Hello, Becoming Disciplined. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I it's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you. I went and I took a little bit of a break because I had a huge, well, it was huge to me. I had a huge speaking event on Sunday, and I kind of wanted to shut things down so I could focus on that speaking event. But I am back. I am back in the swing of things. Before I go and share how things are going with my goals, I wanted to provide you some value. And I wanted to credit Nikki and Moose for giving me this idea. There's a podcast on branding and marketing by a wonderful group of people that help Eric Thomas. And they're the big support. They're the big marketers and branders that help Eric Thomas do what he does, and they're named Nikki and Moose, and they do a great job with their podcast. And they kind of inspired what I want to share with you right here. There's 7 types of prosperity that I share, that I teach about, and one of those levels of prosperity is influence. Influence. If you can influence people, then that is a level of prosperity. And one way to receive or obtain influence is through discipline, a specific type of discipline, and it's called brand discipline. And I've been very bad about brand discipline. An area that I call it my kryptonite, is talking about politics and talking about issues that are off the subject of the 3 things that I want to be known for. I want to be known for family. I want to be known for my faith, and I want to be known for discipline. And there have been times where I have lapsed away from that trinity of my brand. And when I do that, I'm kind of reminded, people lambast Michael Jordan for the comment when he said Republicans buy shoes too. And people like say that, oh, that's an awful thing. He should have never said that. I just want to push back. I disagree. Um, you have to be very, very careful about jumping in and supporting candidates, and especially when you have a multi-million dollar, now for Michael Jordan, a multi-billion dollar brand, going in and jumping in and running your mouth about this candidate or that candidate. Because what I have learned as a 49-year-old man, that some of these candidates and some of these elections that you get all incensed about, and you get all bent around the axle about, 10 years, 15 years later, you really look back and you're like, neither one of those candidates changed my life. And meanwhile, you done sabotaged your brand by getting into arguments with people about this candidate or this political issue or that political issue. And 10, 15 years down the line, it don't matter. But guess what does matter? Your brand has been damaged because you went and decided to get into a fight over this candidate or this political issue or that political issue. And in the final analysis, those political issues, they're not going to feed your family. They're not going to feed your family. They're not going to provide security for your family. They're not going to grow your level of influence. And I'm not saying to never comment on political issues and never speak out on things, because there are times where there are extraordinary circumstances where you have to say something. Okay. But in the past, at least speaking for myself, I have done that too often. And I'm going to do better. And my point to you is this: is what do you want to be known for? Because people, they only can kind of think so many, like people they come to certain folks for certain things. And you have to ask yourself, what do I want to be known for? What do I want to be known for? I want to be known for my faith, for my family, and for one word, the word discipline. Amen. And that's why I even joke I'm the most undisciplined man alive, because I'm in the process. I'm not a disciplined man right now, but that's my aspiration. I want to aspirationally be known for the word discipline. Eric, I love Eric Thomas, and I listen to him all the time, and he always kind of references Tony Robbins. Like, I'm coming for you, Tony Robbins. Well, for me, I'm not really coming for Tony Robbins, but men that I admire who are in my field, or my what I hope to be my field, Jocko Willink, David Goggins, David Allen, those are men who are known for their discipline and organization. And that's who I'm coming for. Okay. And I don't have a Navy SEAL emblem or insignia to back me up. Amen. So I'm going to have to be off the charts discipline in order to one day catch them. But I can't do that if I'm talking about if you notice, Goggins doesn't talk about every political issue. And now Jocko will, but if you notice, Jocko Willink is somewhat disciplined by not coming out as too partisan on either side. Okay, and David Allen, you have no idea what his politics are. David Allen talks about one thing: organization, organization, organization. So I ask you the question. Here's the value I'm going to hope to provide you today. What do you want to be known for? And once you know what you want to be what you want to be known for, stick to it. Don't jump around. Stick to what you want to be known for, because eventually, you can make money off of what you want to be known for. And that's what I'm hoping to do, and not for myself, but for my little girls. I want to make money for my little girls by being known for one thing. Now, don't get me wrong. I have even think faith, family, but mainly discipline. I want to show you all how the most undisciplined guy in the world. I almost called this site one time. My wife talked me out of it, and also my good friends talked me out of it. But I wanted to call this site From Slav to Samurai. And instead we called it Becoming Disciplined, because it was much more simple and much more focused on what we're about. I'm the most undisciplined guy in the world, but I want to be known as the guy who went from undisciplined to discipline. I want to be known really for one thing. One thing. What do you want to be known for? Is it healthcare? That would be awesome. Is it child welfare issues? That would be awesome. We need that. Yeah. Is it school reform? Hey, we need that. Is it police reform? Whatever it is, what do you want to be known for? And what I need to do in order to make Becoming Disciplined more successful, and for me to grow and influence, I got to stop talking about all these other political issues. And I got to stop talking about these other divisive issues. I need to stay focused on the brand, becoming disciplined in all 7 areas of life. Becoming disciplined. That's what I need to be about. What do you need to be about? Because contrary to public opinion, people don't want to hear your opinion on everything. People don't. Another time where I blew it with the whole Will Smith, Chris Rock thing, because I was bullied as a kid. And whenever I see somebody bullied, it really gets under my last nerves. So I went and I even made some friends mad at me because they tried to defend Will Smith, and I got real funky when it came to that issue. Will Smith and Chris Rock, they ain't paying me. And yeah, other than commenting about how it was an undisciplined act for him to do that, I got way too bent around the axle for that. That lacked emotional discipline, and that damages my overall brand within my circle of friends, within my circle of influence. Those little side issues like that can easily get you distracted. We need to be focused on whatever it is. For me, it's becoming disciplined. For you, what is it? What are you about? What is your brand? What is your brand? And are you staying focused on your brand? So with that being said, here's what's going, my own personal goals for those of you who are interested. Here's what's going wrong for me. I'm still stuck on that plateau. So I'm thinking about just fasting my way through the plateau and just not eating until I break through the plateau. The second thing that's not going well is I have not written chapter 3 yet. So I need to get done with all my other work so I can have that 1 hour to write at night. But I have not been writing that 3rd chapter of Becoming Disciplined. And the third thing, which is a little beyond my control, I'm on a new longevity medicine called metformin. And that medication is rocking my world. And they said it will rock your world for the first couple of weeks. So that has taken away hours from my day because it will cause some GI issues, and that's a big distraction for me right now. What is going right for me? Uh, your man is sticking to weightlifting. Your homie is sticking to weightlifting. I am being invigorated. I don't lift a lot. I don't lift heavy weights, but just the discipline of hitting the gym and doing my 3 sets, um, doing my 12 sets and, three different groupings, but 12 different sets, and feeling my little muscles grow underneath these waves of blubber. Uh, it's really encouraging. And I feel like there's a change going on psychologically with me when it comes to weightlifting. My diet, I'm sticking to it. And even though the plateau is really disheartening, my diet is, I'm sticking to it, and I'm not quitting. I refuse to quit. So I'm sticking to my 2,500 calories. I could do better with eating more protein, but I'm sticking to my diet, even though I'm emotionally getting taxed by this plateau. And then finally, what's going right is I am staying focused on the job and knocking out all kind of work, so that that doesn't catch up to me later, because I want my brain to be becoming disciplined. What's your brand? What's your brand? What do you want to be known for? What do you want to be known for? And are you sticking to it? I'm going to do a better job. Um, I'm going to do a better job on my social media feed. And even as I did this, I posted something about Draymond Green. I got to do better. I got to do. Matter of fact, I'm going to delete that post right now, because I need to do better at sticking to my brand. What is your brand? What is your brand? So, hey, I want to be honest with you all. When it comes to brand discipline, as I'm speaking to you all, as I'm hearing this, I'm beginning to think of even this week how I have been hypocritical regarding that. I need to do better. We need to stay focused, because this brand is going to be important for my children. It's going to be important for my wife. So we have to be religious about sticking to the brand. And if we're going to all be grown-ups, Michael Jordan was not a bad guy to make that statement. Republicans buy shoes too. Okay, that is not, if you're in business and your life is dependent upon the business, if your family's income is dependent upon the business, you can't afford to go and put yourself on the line for these political candidates. And I want to be clear. I believe in voting. I believe in staying involved. And then, yes, every now and then, if there's a candidate or a person where it is a, if it is a life-changing event and you have to say something. Let me give you an example of when it's okay to break brand discipline. Michael Hyatt is a very disciplined man with his brand, and you normally would never know his politics, but he had the bravery and courage where he broke when the whole George Floyd thing happened, and he spoke out and he made comments. And some of his people, he has a lot of conservative people that follow Michael Hyatt. He's from Nashville, Tennessee, and excuse me, Franklin, Tennessee. He's a very conservative guy, and he has very conservative people that follow him. He works in a corporate circle which is very, very, the Dave Ramsey type of circle. That's the circle that Michael Hyatt runs in, and he, in that extraordinary circumstance, he broke, and he made a comment that was more of a social comment that broke with his brand. And I don't have a problem with that, because under those extreme circumstances, you're going to be known for your silence, and even your silence can damage your brand. um, as an example, within the last 2 or 3 years, there's one instance where I'm glad I broke with the brand, is condemning the January 6th events. Okay, I don't care if I make you mad with that for me condemning the January 6th events, then you weren't gonna rock with me anyway. Okay, but that's not partisan. That's not partisan. There's a lot of Republicans who have condemned the January 6th events. So, you know, that's something that's worthy of breaking with your brand. Those big events, that's important. A 9/11 type event, that's important to break with your brand. Okay. But other than those world changing events, we all need to be disciplined. What do you What do you want to be known for? And on social media and in your conversation, are you sticking to what you want to be known for? Thank you so much. Hopefully I provided value to you, and I hope you have a great day.